Oh, what a way to freshen up after a trip is to come here and go with some horses. Today, I only went with two, but we watched 6 or 7 go. I'll run through the whole qualifying day. I'd like to start off, obviously, by saying how impressed I was with Really Blue Chip yesterday. For those of you who don't know out there, Really Blue Chip, for you watched her train down, she never wore trotting hobbles in her entire life. I trained her Friday. And she made a break at Mohawk down by the wire, and she's done this in the past, training where she got out of gear or rough in the straightaways, finishing up. Her feet bother her a little bit, and I looked over at James and I said, there's no way I'm getting this filly around Buffalo like this. So we had talked about this in the other video, how I called and we had entered Really Blue Chip with hobbles on. So this is a filly that never had a hobble on her leg until Sunday morning, 3 days before, 72 hours for a stake race. Got in the truck Monday, jogged Tuesday without hobbles, warmed up first trip Wednesday without hobbles, had hobbles on for the last trip on Wednesday, went out and jogged. Now, for the people that said, oh, well, you know, the guy made a break in the front and ran into the other guy was drifting anyway. Scotty's horse was drifting all over the track anyway, and even if he runs and goes to the inside, right, I follow Scotty and I beat him. I'm pretty sure of that. She finished up great, and even if I was second, who cares? She looked tremendous. Surprised the hell out of me. Obviously surprised everybody at 23-1. She was the longest shot on the board, I think. And raced like a professional seems to be a trend, doesn't it? Our horses are out there racing like professionals. We've had 7 2-year-olds take lifetime marks already. 6 of them, I believe, under 2 minutes. And just look great. Great. And then, so I go out, and Billy Davis, a good friend of mine, drives in Buffalo, leading driver in Buffalo now. We went out to have something to eat after, and Jay, one of our clients, came with us. Had a great dinner, and then we got to watch, sitting there eating our steak, we got to watch Spend That Money manhandle a tough maiden at Northfield. There's no gimmies there. I guarantee you there was 2 gold fillies in that division last night at Northfield. James left. I don't know what happened to James. Maybe he was waterboarded at the border or something, but he was pretty sharp. He left, removed her to the front, controlled the front, and then trotted away with ease. And people might say, well, you know, he only won by a length. They come 28-1. Filly looked unbelievable. James did a great job driving her. I did a great job driving Really Blue Chip, but we had a great day. Then I get up today and go with these babies. Now, before anything started, I had a decision to make. I'm in contact with Tim Twaddle. We're sending the horses tomorrow to the Meadows. I'll play it alone. Stallion Series goes on Wednesday. He doesn't have to qualify to race because he does have a clean line. So I said, you know what? I don't want to throw him into the sire stakes just yet. That's the toughest of the toughest babies in the world right now, racing next Saturday in Pennsylvania. Let's race him in the Stallion Series. Smart thing to do, isn't it? So put him in the Stallion Series. I took him to Mohawk today. Curious thing. So he's scared of the pylons. Brought him over again today. Jogged him over the pylons. He's walking on them and going in and out of them. And, you know, he was just doing what he's supposed to do. He's just timid. He'd never seen them before. So jogged him over. I said to Cindy, you know what? Put his gear on him. I'm going to train him. I get up to the quarter in 32-1 and went a mile in 156-1 with him. Last 3 quarters in 124. I never touched him at the whip. I tapped him on the tail going under the wire, and he started back up again. This colt's incredibly fast, but most importantly, I was at the quarter in 32-1. He was controllable. We changed his bits. I took the shadow roll right off him. He went right over the shadows, right up close to the pylons. He did everything perfect, and he was good today. So we got his feet shocked. He's going on the truck tomorrow. He'll be entered for Wednesday. Stallion Series for pacing colts at the Meadows. I'll play it alone. Looked awesome today. He'll be at the Meadows next Wednesday. So now we'll get into the qualifiers really quick. What a day we had. So Harry gave me an earful when I get back. He said, you just had to get Capistrano tired, didn't you? I said, yes, I did. I want to know what she can do and she can't do. Would you like to race her in the gold and know that she's going to be in over her head? Or would you like to put her in where she can pound them? So this filly paced her last 3 quarters in 125 in a piece day, 125-3 if my math's right. She did everything right though. Quiet off the gate, sat. As soon as they doubled up, I moved her over, sprinted to the front, controlled the race. I went 28-2 in the third. Had I gone 29 in the third, they don't beat me. But I gave her a chance to come 27 a mile and 55. She just got a little tired. She just needs a little more work, that's all. Keep in mind, remember this filly's history. This filly just jogged for a month when she got sick. I think it was January or February. She's missed time off and on too. So I said to Harry, I said, the good news is she's fast, she's smart, she's tough. Bad news is she's not ready to pace in 54. Put her in the grassroots. I said, I don't know what the problem is. See, James, and I talk about this with James all the time. It's not that there's, and I say this all the time, there's no right way and wrong way. Right? There's my way and there's Harry's way. Neither way are right, neither way are wrong. As long as we get to the winner's circle and have fun, who cares? I would like to know what my horses can do. And then Harry would like to protect, and then expect them to be able to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the way it's been done forever. I personally would like to know what my horses can do. I know 56 flat for Capistrano, off a half and 59-1 was just a touch too much. She can probably pace 55 next week. There's fillies that are going to go 53. So let's put her in the grassroots and give her an easy time of it. She's an absolute sweetheart. Push button, do whatever you want, intelligent, understands her job. Absolutely great. So, Capistrano was awesome. Next up was our girl Fox Valley Shazam. Little pacey last week, little rough. Nice smile, but wanted more. I wanted more. And most importantly, I want to be able to control her. Mario said she can get hot leaving the gate. We put the snake cord back on her, tightened her hobbles back up, took the boots off her, put vet wrap on her behind. Went out, 2 fingers off the gate, got away last. In fact, I was up to the quarter in 34-4, as far as the chart is concerned. Was I 17 lengths back? I don't know. You watched the video. I didn't think I was. Keep in mind, for those of you out there saying, well, they have Tracus. They don't use Tracus in the qualifiers. It's eyeball. So they should use Tracus in qualifiers. What's more important to gamblers out there than getting the right information? I don't know if I was 17 back at the quarter. I don't think I was. Maybe I was. If I was up to the quarter in 34-4 and trotted my last 3 quarters with Fox Valley Shazam in 126 flat. Finished second to a horse that raced good with Paul McDonnell. Wind Creek, the horse that beat me, is an explosive matter. It's not even Ontario bred. So this filly came from last at the quarter, charging second, 2 minutes and 4/5. Her own last quarter in 28-3, 28 apiece. I can tell you right now, her last quarter was in 28-3. Last half was in last half in 56-2, wasn't it? 103-1. 103-1 would be 57 would be 2 minutes. No, 57-3. Last half 57-3. Last 3 quarters of 126 flat. Pretty good for a 2-year-old trotting filly. I think that's pretty good for a 2-year-old trotting filly. Couldn't be any better looking than her. Mario had he was happy with Dazzle today. She's a couple of weeks behind this filly work wise. See if she can catch up before the Golds. Mario is adamant that she's a Gold filly. Okay, I know Fox Valley Shazam is 100% for sure. Timel Dazzle I think needs a little more work. He's got her slated for the Golds. And I screwed up today. I told the owners, I entered all the horses. So on the back end of our system is all the horses. But these 1 clients aren't on the system because they don't sell shares, right? Enjoying My Life. Sebastian Ray's on the system. He was entered in to qualify. I forgot to enter Enjoying My Life. I thought I did. If you put a gun to my head 2 days ago and said, did you enter Enjoying My Life? I would have said yes. And I made a mistake. She didn't come out. She's going to qualify on Tuesday with aged horses. That's not going to hurt her. She's ready to go in 2 minutes anyway. Who'd we have next? We had Muscle. What about Muscle Chrome? Who in their right mind would have said, June 25th, Muscle Chrome will qualify right in 2-2? I think you're medicated. I would not have believed that. If you'd have told me that at any point, this filly would have qualified in 2:02-2 of January 27th. I wouldn't have believed that. First quarter in 30-4, next one in 31, next one in 30, last quarter in 30-3. Muscle Chrome looks good. Nice grassroots filly. She's going to do us a lot of good. I said to Mario, I said, she's so used to getting beat up and sore her entire life. The first time she wins, she may never lose again. She might like it so much. So Muscle Chrome looked great today. I was very impressed with Muscle Chrome. Next, we skip over to race number 6. Canadian Titan. Canadian Titan looked good. Still a little weak and immature, but looked great. Won her qualifier, 2:02-3. Last quarter, 28-3. Last 3 quarters and 129-3. Don't think she's a Gold filly yet. She'll progress there. I'm almost certain of it. Very smart filly. You can see she still looks like a big immature baby. and that's because she is. And Canadian Titan will be just fine. This is an EL Titan filly. She looked great today, and Sylvain was very happy with her. She'll be heading to the grassroots with Muscle Chrome also. Next one will be a horse that is absolutely not heading to the grassroots, and that is Wiggle Delight. Wiggle Delight up to the quarter in 30-2. Half in a minute and a fifth. 3/4 1, 29-1. 156 flat. She came from off the pace. Last quarter 26-4 for this filly. Last 3/4 125-3. Last half in 55-4. Wiggle Delight is pretty legit, I think. She looked awesome today. She'll be heading to the Gold. It's her first start. Now the next horse, Miss Brampton Beast, I think can be a lot better also. Here's a quarter, but let's do the math real quick. Here's a quarter in 31 seconds. Half in a minute, 3/5. 3/4 128-4. 56-2 she paced. Last 3/4 125-2. Last half also 55-4. And the last quarter in 27-3. Miss Brampton Beast was good. Said to Mario, she looks like she's got a big trappy gait. Why don't we put a set of aluminums on her? Now, take note. Watch Frontier Cruise tomorrow. We changed the shoes up front from a steel to an aluminum shoe. We're going to drop his head. I'm going to cut him loose tomorrow. I expect that colt to pace 56, 57 tomorrow. We're going to see tomorrow morning how Frontier Cruise looks. And that will probably be a blueprint of what we're going to do with Miss Brampton Beast. She's better than she was today. Mario's certain she's headed to the goal. Sounds good to me. Weren't in the 9th. In the 10th, we had Time Old Dazzle, 31-4. 102-2, 132-2, 201-3, 29-1 in the end of it. Last 3/4 and 129-4. Time Old Dazzle looked a little lost on the front end, and if you look at her gait, she's almost touching her elbows. We're gonna have to lighten her shoes up front. That shouldn't be a problem. Be happy to. And that was it for today. That was it for today. What a 24 hours. Really, Blue Chip was a real surprise. Spend That Money was really just an affirmation of what we already knew. She's a nice filly, probably one of the nicest fillies in that state, and I know she raised a lot of eyebrows last night in Ohio. Many people asked, why did James McDonald go to driver? Because James wants a driver in the stake race next week, and I told him, I can't be there. You want a driver in the stake race? You have to drive her in the overnight. So James went to Cleveland yesterday, went to the Cleveland Indians game, stayed, had a nice supper, and drove the filly and drove her very, very well. So James will be driving Spend That Money and Compass Rose DC next week in Ohio. I will drive Globetrotting and my girl Ailsund. Now you might ask why. Fair is fair. You know, James isn't going to be able to drive them all summer. He's going to have commitments here, but he wants to stick with this filly. Should mean a lot. There's a lot of drive and determination on James's part, and I appreciate it. I think we're going to have a great summer in Ohio. Yours if you wanted. I think we got figured out what happened. He tied up a little bit the other night, little tiny bit, and his shoes were worn out. He needed to be shod. I hate shoeing them close to the race, so we waited till after. Maybe a little too late. I think those shoes are pretty burnt out on him, so he'll be fine, I think, for next week. Roser and Valiant school, great. He'll be going, and our boy Bandover will be making his Sire Stakes debut next week also. So a great day today, a fantastic day yesterday. We got our girl Arvika back. She's racing tonight. And tomorrow I'm off to New Jersey. Talk to you guys soon. I'm having a great day, having a great weekend so far. I know you are, and you should be too. At least not weekend, it's only Thursday. It's my weekend. Got to go to physio in a minute for my wrist and do a little racing tonight. So, a great start to our summer. I don't care. The critics can say what they want and throw rocks as best they can. There's no denying we got some talent for 2019. Talk to you guys soon. Take care, and hope you have a fantastic weekend.